my cousin asked me to co-sign his car loan after his bad luck year. Against my better judgment, I said yes. 3 months later, I got a repo notice and a $27,000 bill, while he was posting Instagram reels in a different car with the caption, "Only fools finance." When I asked why he let it go, he said, "You're the one who signed. Not my problem." The next day, my credit dropped 130 points, and my employer paused my promotion. He still hasn't said sorry. But last night, his girlfriend sent me a screenshot. This mess started last year, right before Thanksgiving. Tyler, my cousin, hit me up late one night. I hadn't heard from him in over a year. That alone should have been a red flag. But when family calls, you pick up. Especially family you grew up with. He was the kind of cousin I played backyard football with when we were kids. We shared video games. Summers at grandma's. Stupid stuff. When I answered, his voice was real low, like he didn't want someone else hearing him. He said, "Man, it's been a rough year. I'm trying to keep my head above water. I just need a little help." He told me he lost his job at the auto shop back in March. His girl kicked him out in June. Then his old beat-up Honda blew its transmission in August. He'd been couch surfing around Dayton, Ohio, picking up odd jobs. He said he finally had a good lead on a new full-time job. Delivery driver for a logistics company. Decent pay, benefits, stability. All he needed was a reliable car. He said the dealership had pre-approved him, but, because his credit was trash, he needed a co-signer. I told him straight up, "Man, my credit is important. I'm working toward a promotion. I can't mess it up." He hit me with the guilt. Hard. "Bro, you're the only family I got who's doing good. I'm not asking for money. Just your signature. I'll never miss a payment, swear to God. I just need a chance." I sat with it for a few days. Talked to my wife about it. She said it was a bad idea. She was right. But somewhere deep down, I remembered little Tyler, the one who cried when he scraped his knee at my house, the one who came to my baseball games when his own parents never did. So, against my better judgment, I agreed. We went to the dealership together. It felt wrong the whole time. Tyler picked out a 2021 Dodge Charger, black, shiny, loud. More car than he needed, honestly. But the salesman ran the numbers, and sure enough, with my credit, he was approved. $27,000 loan. Monthly payments around $520. He was grinning like he won the lottery. I asked him one last time before signing. "You're sure you can pay this?" He said, "Bro, I got you. I'm starting the new job Monday. First check goes straight to the car." I signed. And for about 2 months, everything seemed fine. He posted normal stuff. Pictures of the Charger. Pictures of fast food bags on the passenger seat. Dumb memes about grinding. I barely thought about it. I figured he was handling it. Until that letter came. It was a Saturday morning. I was paying bills at the kitchen table, sipping my coffee, and I saw the envelope from the bank. Thick, official looking. I opened it. Notice of repossession. Vehicle seized. Balance due, $27,391.42. I literally laughed out loud for a second, because it didn't seem real. I called Tyler immediately. Straight to voicemail. Texted him. No reply. I waited an hour. Then, on a sick hunch, I checked his Instagram. And there he was. Posing next to a white BMW. Big smile. Middle finger up. Captioned, "Only fools finance. Cash is king. Money with wings hashtag new whip hashtag blessed." I damn near broke my phone throwing it across the room. I called again, left a voicemail that was just me yelling. Texted him a wall of messages, everything from, "What the F asterisk CK?" to, "You ruined me." 2 hours later, I got a text back. 4 words. "You're the one who signed." My hands were shaking. I could barely see straight. That Monday, I checked my credit score, down 130 points overnight. The loan default had already hit. And to make it even worse, my boss called me into his office. He said, "We're holding off on your promotion for now. Corporate flagged a financial issue on your file. We can't move forward until it's resolved." That promotion was my dream. 2 years of busting my ass. Gone because of him. Weeks went by. Tyler didn't reach out. No apology. No offer to fix it. Nothing. I thought about suing him, but the lawyer said it would be expensive and time-consuming, and even if I won, collecting would be a nightmare. Tyler had nothing in his name. He knew exactly what he was doing. I tried to move on. Tried to swallow it. But then, out of nowhere, last night, Tyler's girlfriend Shauna messaged me on Instagram. We weren't close. She was always polite at family events but stayed quiet. I figured she was just as messy as Tyler. Turns out, not so much. She sent me a screenshot. It was a text thread between her and Tyler. In it, Tyler was bragging. "LOL, I ain't paying for shit. That dumbass cousin of mine really thought I was broke. Been stacking cash. Got the Beamer cash. He stuck with the bill. Dumb." Underneath it, Shauna had replied, "You're a piece of shit. I'm done." Then she messaged me directly. "If you want to get him back, I have an idea." My heart was pounding when I read it. I replied, "I'm listening." She started typing immediately. I sat there staring at my phone, feeling like my whole body was buzzing. I didn't know if it was anger, excitement, or maybe both. Shauna's message popped up. "He's been stashing cash at his buddy's house. I know where. Thousands. And it's not legal money." I blinked hard reading it again. "What kind of not legal?" I wrote back. It took her a minute to reply. "Street racing bets. Under-the-table side jobs. Some shady pawn deals." I didn't ask questions at first, but it's bad. I leaned back in my chair, my mind racing. This idiot wasn't just screwing over family. He was stacking dirty money on the side while ruining my life. Shauna sent another message. "He's been hiding cash in a safe at his boy Dean's garage on the west side. It's not locked up good. You want to make things right, that's where you start." I knew Dean. Everybody did. Dean ran a shady little body shop in Dayton, mostly doing under-the-table repairs for cash. He didn't exactly have the cleanest reputation. I sat there for a while, thinking about it. It sounded crazy. I mean, breaking into someone's garage? Getting involved in whatever Tyler had going on? But then I thought about the $27,000. I thought about my trashed credit. I thought about the promotion that was now slipping through my fingers. And then I thought about that smug Instagram post. Only fools finance. Something inside me snapped. I messaged Shauna. "I'm going to make it right. I'll handle it." She sent me the address. Gave me a heads up that Dean usually left around 8 p.m., and the place would be empty till morning. I didn't tell my wife what I was about to do. I couldn't. If she knew, she'd try to stop me. And honestly, I didn't want to be stopped. I waited until almost midnight. Pulled my truck into an alley behind the shop. Killed the lights. Climbed the back fence, heart hammering so hard I thought it would give me away. Dean's garage wasn't Fort Knox. The back door had a simple latch. A little pressure, a flathead screwdriver, and I was inside. It was dark. Smelled like oil and old cigarettes. I used the flashlight on my phone, keeping it low to the ground. Shauna said the safe was behind the red snap-on tool chest. Sure enough, when I pushed the chest aside, there it was. A small gray safe, sitting in plain sight like it belonged there. I almost laughed. It wasn't even bolted down. I grabbed it, tucked it under my arm, and got the hell out. Back in my truck, I drove 2 blocks before pulling over. Hands still shaking, I cracked it open with a crowbar I kept in my toolbox. It popped open easier than I expected. Inside? Stacks of cash. Bundles. At least $15,000 at first glance. Maybe more. Also inside were a bunch of pink slips, titles to cars. Some of them clearly not his name on them. Some looked forged. I didn't touch anything but the cash. I shoved it into a gym bag, tossed the safe into a dumpster behind an abandoned building, and drove home. When I got back to my house, I counted the money properly, $16,800. I sat there in the dark, gym bag in my lap, thinking about what I just did. Part of me felt sick. The other part? Vindicated. I wasn't going to keep it all. I knew that much. I wasn't like him. But I was going to use it to fix what he broke. I made a few payments on the defaulted loan. Not enough to erase it, but enough to stop it from growing into something even worse. Enough to show my boss I was handling it. Then, just when I thought maybe I could finally breathe, I got another call the next night. Unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. A minute later, I played it. Dean's voice. Hey. You messed up. You think I don't know who took it? You're dead, bro. You and whoever helped you. I froze. He knew. Or at least he thought he knew. And now? Things were about to get a whole lot messier. I sat there for a long time, just listening to that voicemail over and over. You're dead, bro. It didn't even sound angry. It sounded calm. Like a fact. Like something already decided. I didn't sleep that night. Next morning, I tried to go about my normal routine, but my stomach was in knots. Every time a car drove past the house too slow, I flinched. Every time someone knocked at the door, I jumped. I knew I had two options: go to the cops. Handle it myself. The problem was, if I went to the cops, I'd have to explain why I had a stolen safe full of cash. Even though I hadn't kept the full amount, it was enough to get me into serious trouble. Handling it myself felt like my only real choice. I started by calling Shauna. She answered on the second ring. Hey, I said, trying to keep my voice calm. You didn't tell me Dean was dangerous. She sounded scared. Real scared. I didn't know he'd find out that fast. She said, Tyler's been running his mouth. Bragging. Dean must have put two and two together. Great. So now Tyler, who already screwed me once, had basically painted a target on my back. I asked her, Is there anything else you didn't tell me? There was a pause. Then she said something that made my blood run cold. Tyler owes Dean money. A lot. That safe wasn't just his. I felt like the world tilted sideways. So you're telling me, I said, my voice shaking, that I didn't just steal Tyler's money. I stole Dean's money. Shauna didn't answer right away. Then she said, Yeah. And Dean's not the kind of guy you want to owe. By that night, the fear turned into something else: rage. I wasn't just getting hit by Tyler's stupidity anymore. I was getting dragged into some criminal bullshit because of him. I decided I needed leverage. I needed something that would get Dean off my back. And maybe take Tyler down for good. Shauna came through again. She sent me a video. Apparently, while Tyler was bragging about the new BMW at some party, Shauna had filmed him without him knowing. In the video, Tyler was drunk, laughing, flashing wads of cash, saying, All you gotta do is throw the right VIN on a car, man. Cops don't even check. You sell it, clean title, easy money. He was confessing. On camera. Talking about selling cars with fake titles. Real felonies. Shauna added a message. You could take this to the cops. They won't care about the safe if you give them something bigger. It was risky. Real risky. But it was better than waiting for Dean to show up at my door with a crowbar or worse. I made up my mind. I was going to burn Tyler down before he got me killed. The next day, I went to the Dayton police station. I didn't walk in like some hero. I walked in nervous, sweaty, feeling like every cop in there could see through me. I asked to speak to a detective. Took almost an hour before one sat down with me in a little gray interview room. I laid it out. Not everything, but enough. I said I had evidence of someone running a scam selling stolen cars. I showed him the video. Gave him Tyler's full name. Even showed a few of Tyler's Instagram posts bragging about his cash empire. The detective's eyes lit up. They'd been investigating stolen cars in Dayton for months. Tyler wasn't even on their radar, until now. The detective asked if I wanted to press charges on the loan too. I said yes. Hell yes. When I left that station, I wasn't sure if I felt better or worse. I'd just put a target on my own cousin's back. But it was either him, or me now. 3 days later, it all blew up. I was eating lunch at my desk at work when my phone blew up with notifications. News alerts. Texts from Shauna. A missed call from an unknown number. I opened the first link Shauna sent. Local man arrested in stolen vehicle scam. There it was, Tyler's mugshot. His stupid smirk wiped clean off his face. The article said police raided a garage on the west side of Dayton, Dean's Garage. They found multiple stolen vehicles, forged titles, and over $40,000 in cash. Turns out, the video Shauna gave me was the missing piece they needed. They tied Tyler directly to 2 stolen cars. One of them was still parked at Dean's shop. Dean got arrested too, along with 2 of his buddies. Tyler was facing felony charges. Grand theft. Fraud. Possession of forged documents. Some stuff I didn't even understand but sounded real bad. And it wasn't just criminal charges. The bank filed a civil suit against Tyler for the car loan after I showed them all the evidence. Tyler was about to lose everything. You'd think I would feel good. I didn't. Not right away. Because revenge, when it's real, it's not clean. It's not like the movies where you get a big moment of victory and a theme song playing. It's messy. Ugly. It sticks to your skin like oil you can't wash off. Part of me kept remembering little kid Tyler. The backyard games. The dumb laughs we used to have. But another part of me, the part he burned and used and laughed at, told me he deserved every second of it. A month later, I got a certified letter in the mail. Tyler was trying to sue me from jail. He claimed I set him up, and that Shauna coached him into saying things in the video. I laughed so hard I scared my dog. My lawyer shut that down real fast. Turns out when you brag on Instagram about scamming and there's a video of you admitting it, no judge is going to save you. As for my job, after explaining the whole thing and showing them the cleared payments and the police reports, my boss finally approved my promotion. It wasn't instant. Took months longer than it should have. But I got it. Not because I was lucky. Because I fought for it when someone tried to bury me. Tyler took a plea deal to avoid a full trial. Got sentenced to 2 years. When the sentence came down, I didn't even feel happy. I just felt done. Done with the guilt. Done with trying to help people who wouldn't even spit on me if I was on fire. Shauna? She moved out of Dayton. Said she needed a clean start. We stayed in touch for a little while, but not much more than a "hope you're doing good" every few months. I took the leftover cash from the safe, about $1,800 after the payments, and donated it to a local charity for kids aging out of foster care. Because if there was one thing I learned from all this, family ain't who shares your blood. It's who doesn't screw you over the second they get a chance. Tyler made his choices. And I made mine. And when he gets out, I won't be there. Not again.